So this is a fun space that I've kind of fallen in love with. What it is just a patch of coneflowers and Shasta daisies. And it is front planted. Those little green plants are lime ricky coral bells. And then those little bitty looks like nothing. Those are all foxgloves that I started from seed. And then in the very back are a row of 4 black elephant ears. And then there's a Japanese maple right there. That is, what is this? Gee, it's a really popular one. Why is it Bloodgood? Bloodgood Japanese maple. There's a couple other things back there too, like Fatsia japonica, as well as Acanthus mollis. All of these, though, are natives to the southeast, which is why I planted up this area like this. So this is a part sun, part shade area. It's underplanted. This is a huge oak tree that's above it. So it's quite a significant amount of shade. This is the west side of my house, so the sun sets on this side, but it's still in shade. Maybe like an hour or two block of sun. And what I've learned about areas like this is when in doubt, plant a native. If you've got an area in your yard that stays too moist or has weird lighting requirements, plant something that is native to your area because it will survive. There's something about native species that makes them extremely adaptable. So coneflowers is definitely a native. Those are the white and purple flowers you see. Um, this Japanese maple, of course, is not native, but it actually prefers part sun, part shade. Elephant ears, I don't think are native here either, but they love it in Georgia. So I'm going to count them as one of those that are pretty adaptable. Shasta daisies, though, and coneflowers and foxgloves are native to the region, and as a result, they can pretty much survive any location you put them in. So these coneflowers and Shasta daisies have been here now for 2 years. This is their second year in the ground. The Shasta daisies are actually divisions, so it's an older plant that was divided. It was 2 plants I divided into like 11 and put in this space. So this is their second year in this space, my third year having the plant, and everything else is new as of a couple weeks ago. Well, that Japanese maple has been there since last season, so I'm enjoying the way this is coming together, the wildflower look. It's not typically my aesthetic. I like a more formal look, but I do like to have areas that look unmanicured and just like they exist as they would in nature. And another reason why I like this spot is that because of all the shade and the leaves in this area, it's thick with mosquitoes around this time of year in the evening. So what I found though is planting things like coneflowers is inviting birds to this area. They love the seeds of coneflowers. I actually leave the flower heads up after the flowers fade all through the winter. The seed heads provide some interest, and the goldfinches specifically love these seeds. But because they're here, I'm inviting birds and dragonflies here while they're flowering. Bees too. Bees love them. I find them sleep on here all the time. Specifically that really tall purple one in the background. That's a purple coneflowers. It's the straight species. These whites and pinks are hybrids, but they love the straight species. I find them sleep on here a lot. But I figure that inviting those types of pollinators over here, some of which are natural predators of mosquitoes, that eventually I will cut down on the population. So we shall see. Cleaning the leaf litter over here helps a lot, and I've got a lot of that to do. So let me just turn the camera here, son. So I've got this overgrown holly. See how big it is? That borders me and my neighbor's property. Awesome neighbors, by the way. And then I've got these 3 large gardenias, which are probably like 8 to 10 feet tall, way overgrown. I need to cut them now that they've flowered. But it's dropping a lot of leaf litter, in addition to this being a really shady spot with tons of leaves. And mosquitoes, that's just like their breeding spot. I'm trying not to spray. You know, I try to be responsible in terms of the ecosystem and understanding that spraying for mosquitoes also impacts pollinators as a whole. But I also don't hold it against anyone that sprays, because I do believe you should be able to enjoy your outdoor space. So I'm trying to cut down on the need to spray. I haven't done so yet, but I'm not opposed to it. Even knowing everything that I know, you know, enjoying my space and having my kids safely enjoy my space is a top priority too. Like, I love the bees, but I love me and my family as well. Um, but what I'm going to do before I go that route is take the time and effort to go through and get rid of a lot of this overgrowth, especially the leaves that are piling up, to try to cut down on the mosquito habitat. It's a lot of work, not gonna lie. Not really looking forward to it, but it's a necessity, and it's part of being a good steward of your land. So, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I figured since I was out here looking at this space, I will pull out my camera and show you guys a little bit of it and talk through why I did what I did over here. So, hope you find some inspiration. I'll continue to show this space throughout the season as it evolves. And leave a comment or question below if there's some more information you'd like to know about this or anything garden related. I'll be happy to hop out and take a quick video and show you what I know.